Hey, hey, hey. What up, y'all? We back. Can y'all still hear that? I hope y'all can. Turn it down a little more. If y'all notice, I'm looking at two different screens now. Boy, upgraded a little bit, you know. Progress over perfection. Remember that. So we back with another ColeLogic BookShare. If y'all been keeping up, we are on chapter 4, the wedding, the beginning, 2, or in the Black Man's Guide to Understanding the Blackwoman. I believe last time we were on page 43. And we're gonna start off with the good wife syndrome. I should be looking at y'all here, but I'm gonna get another camera for over there. Just wait on it. But yeah, appreciate y'all. If y'all still tuning in, if y'all want to donate, the Cash App is scrolling at the bottom. $Cole1212. The Venmo is also at the bottom at UniverCole. Also, you can catch this on in podcast form on my website, univercole.design. You remember that .design. Yeah. Oh yeah, I can't remember. Wow. Shout out to the Queen. We are in the Black Man's Guide to Understanding the Blackwoman. So, we're gonna get right into it. Got my tea ready over here. We got the mic out of the camera. Oh, y'all can see it a little bit at the bottom. That's fine. Got my tea right here cooling off a little bit. If y'all can hear the tea. We about to get into some tea. Hold up. Let me silence my phone real quick. And let's go. Hold on, let's see. Oh, that's a little too hot still. So we gonna get some of this water. Pretty sure nobody in the live. I'm doing this live form to gauge how eventually it'll come up, but we gonna see. Okay, sorry to have y'all waiting. It's been 3 minutes though. Y'all good. The good wife syndrome. When the black woman starts out trying to do right regarding her man, her home, and her family, she has a very difficult time with the personal anguish she suffers from the ridicule from other black women. They tease and mock her for trying to fulfill her rightful obligation to her family. If she works on the job outside the home, but still attempts to properly care for her family, she will be verbally assaulted and criticized for her efforts. Being a good wife is considered dull and outdated by the modern black woman. Other black women will tell the good wife, 1. You're a fool for working all day and cooking all night. He'll eat if he gets hungry. 2. Why don't you tell him to cook dinner? He gets home before you do. 3. You're a fool to give him all your money. You worked for it. You got a right to spend it on whatever you want to. 4. I wouldn't take it. 5. Girl, you ain't his slave. 6. Why don't you go to this party with us this weekend? 7. It may be for some people, but it's not for me. I just ain't cut out for it. 8. God ain't made the man I do all that for. 9. You ought to just tell him that you ain't gonna do it. 10. Girl, I used to do that, but I got hip. 11. You have to train a man to do what you want him to do. 12. It's not fair for him to expect you to do all that. The above 12 remarks are just a sample of what they say in front of her face. Behind her back they whisper, 1. This is the dumbest bitch I've ever seen. 2. Did you hear that shit? 3. Girl, I bet he's having a big fun while she's stuck at home. 4. I wonder what he's telling her. 5. Did you see how he looks? 7. I don't know how they do that. 8. I ain't working myself to death for nobody. Except the white man. 9. She don't have no idea what's happening. 10. I don't know how she can go for that. These are just examples. Some are more cutting than these. It is a travesty for the black woman to criticize other black women who are married and try to be a good wife to their man. Being married and doing the right thing is looked upon as ignorant and old-timey. Black women make erroneous charges against the righteous black woman who is trying to do her proper duty to her man, God, and her nation. She should not be mocked, but respected and admired her good works. Admired for her good works. Excuse me, guys. Any woman who deprives herself of the absolute thrill of serving and taking care of the black man is depriving herself of a special reward. The look of peace and satisfaction on the contented face of a black man has no equal. There is no better heaven for the black man than to have his woman in order. A black man who has a supportive woman feels good to go out to work. His day is productive if he is at peace with his woman. The only way the black man can be at peace with the black woman is when she is doing what he wants her to do. Ooh, it's gonna ruffle some feathers. A black man who sees his woman trying to please him do everything he can do to try to please her. A black man who sees his woman trying to please him will do everything he can do to try to please her. He will make a good husband and father if given a chance. A man is proud of a good woman and a good home, and it gives him incentive and confidence to be successful, no matter what the odds are out there. If he knows that when he comes home, he has the tender touch and attention of his woman waiting for him, the black man is the only one who knows what it takes to make the black woman happy, because she has no idea what real happiness is. But she's running so much interference that the black man rarely gets a chance to be himself and release the love and trust he has because of the black woman's funky attitude. The black man cannot pattern his life in such a way as to have time or memory to constantly remind the black woman that he loves her. Love is not a sentence, it is a demonstration. If the black woman doubts that her man loves her, the doubt grows. It does not matter of fact that what the man tries to do or what he says, she will remain happy. Oh, I'm sorry. I read that all wrong. Excuse me, guys. If the black woman doubts that her man loves her, her doubt grows. It does not matter after that what the man tries to do or what he says, she will remain unhappy. A black woman who is relaxed at home, cooking, planning a loving welcome for her man, making a dress or icing a cake is far happier than a black woman sitting at home alone, under great duress, waiting on the phone to ring, trying to figure out how to find a man, or chewing her nails, or chewing her L's off, wondering where he is. There is no comparison if contentment and happiness is the goal. The black woman's natural instincts have become so polluted and distorted that she has rejected the plan that works for the one that fails. She is on the wrong path and insists on stumbling on. It should be black people's greatest collective hope that at some point the total effect of the mind tampering during enslavement is understood. The genetic psychology damage done to blacks in slavery have been forgotten as lightweight action that's over and past. It's much more serious and long-lasting than that. It has caused the people to be morally estranged from their past. The black woman must be reminded of her duties, and the black man must stop settling for her jumbled ideas she expresses. She must accept her basic ideas from the black man and improve on them instead of rejecting them in the name of having her own way. It has been proven that she does not know what she wants, nor how to get the things that she claims that she does want. A big degree, a big job, a big car, a big bank account does not compete with a big, beautiful black man. No way, no day. The black man has allowed himself to be devalued by the black woman, who rank among the most confused species of humanhood on the planet Earth. The black man knows she is confused about many topics, and the black man knows that he knows, and the black woman knows that he knows. But until she is stopped and called to order, she believes herself powerless to control how she is. Her first career must be to raising her family and completing the rearing work necessary to improve the black nation. This work cannot be done by anyone else, no matter what they say they represent. Yes, times are moving fast, it seems, and the black woman's previous steady and sturdy values have evaporated into the storm of American social politics. The black woman has attempted to grow and evolve like white women, except their history is not the same. The black woman's growth has been retarded and thwarted because she is trying to live her black life based on the values and standards of white life. She justifies all this based on her anger towards the black man for not defending himself. It is entirely possible that hidden someplace in the black woman's psyche is a tremendous fury and loss of confidence in the black man because he was unable to protect her during slavery. Slavery robbed the black man of his natural right to provide and protect his family. Again, she doesn't know what he should have done to stop slavery, but she thinks he should have done something. Of course, there was nothing he could do. He felt as victimized as she, and his brain was equally wounded. Let me see how this tea tastes. 1 second. That's good. Shout out to the lemon and ginger. Back to it. The black woman's pain and frustration is so great that the only vent she pursues for release is to fight against the black man. I gotta read that again. The black woman's pain and frustration is so great that the only vent she pursues for release is to fight against the black man. I felt that in my last relationship, but we're gonna carry on. The only man who really loves her, she battles tooth and nail in a fight that she cannot win, and one that destroys her spirit and makes her ugly to look at. It is difficult to get her to listen to new information about new approach to living her life because she is so certain that she is justified in being out of order. She knows that she is difficult to tangle with, but she thinks that this is what the black man deserves for being so out of order himself. Part of her discomfort is that she thinks she has the solution to the black man's problem if he will only listen to her. By nature, the black man cannot submit to the woman. Sorry about that, people. Sorry about that, people. Sorry about that, people. Sorry about that, people. What? Oh, by nature, the black man cannot submit to the woman. See, when I first originally did this, I was gonna have dialogue at the end of these when I finish reading them. And I haven't been doing that yet, but I'm gonna do it now. By nature, the black man cannot submit to the woman. That's interesting because a lot of relationships now, I'm gonna talk about it later. We're gonna talk about it later. Sorry about that. We're gonna get back into it. By nature, I'm gonna have to do a podcast on that for real. When she considers the problem of the black man, she continually looks outward. When she considers the problem of the black man, she continually looks outward. She lists oppression, depression, and oppression as part of his failings. She compiles lists filled with such topics as joblessness, lack of political clout, and lack of historical knowledge, poor education, missing father image, and a host of other external mishaps that result in the black man being disenfranchised. It never occurs to her to look internally at herself and see what role is in the black man's plight. See what her role is in the black man's plight. If and when she does examine herself, she comes out clean. She can find no fallacy in her that helps keep the black man down. Confidentiality and trust. We're about to change gears real quick. We're on page 47 if you're with me. Black women reveal all of the black man's personal business to her friends. Oh, that's how you start that off? I'm gonna read it again. Black women reveal all of the black man's personal business to her friends. If the black man has any special information he tells his woman in confidence, you can be sure that her best friend or her family members know too. She takes a special glee in letting her friends know the most intimate details and secrets, even his antics in bed, and anything else of personal and confidential nature. She does not consider that confidence has been violated. The gem. Did y'all even realize confidence was the root word of confidentiality? And that when you break the confidentiality, you violated the confidence that has been bestowed of you to be telling you the shit that's going on. God damn it. All right. Let's go back. She does not consider that a confidence has been violated, nor that it is unfair to the black man who has entrusted her with the information. No black woman ever tells another black woman that she is wrong to tell her man's business to the public. The process is agreed and acceptable dialogue among black women. It is also certain that some of the information she tells her girlfriends ends up getting whispered into the ears of her girlfriend's man. The black man is betrayed twice in that way. His business is all over town and he doesn't know it. She tells everything. No subject is too private or too sacred. Many black men think that the black woman is trustworthy with his innermost secrets, but she is not. And she expresses no guilt about it. She is the warped agreement between black women and part of their secret society with mutual agreed upon rules and bylaws. This is a women-only club that thrives daily. The membership consists of single and married women. They all do the same thing. They tell. Whenever the black man suspects that her black woman has shared their business with another man or his family, she becomes appalled. How could he do such a thing? Black men who tell are looked down upon with special disdain. She thinks that a man is not supposed to do that. She is a hypocrite. She has become so adept at attacking the black man for whatever she decides is a good reason that she functions as if he is her open enemy, and she packs an arsenal of ammunition to shoot him down at every turn. She is calculating every word he says and every move he makes, examining him to figure out ways to get him to do what she wants him to do. These constant calculations leave little time for positive discoveries of ways to drop her defenses and let her man lead the way. I'm gonna read that again. These constant calculations leave little time for positive discoveries of ways to drop her defenses and let her man lead the way. It is not easy for a black man to be motivated if his woman doubts him, or if their relationship is so stormy that it takes his lead and robs him of the ability to concentrate. I'm gonna read that again. It is not easy for a black man to be motivated if his woman doubts him, or if the relationship is so stormy that it takes his head and robs him of the ability to concentrate. For some black men, his woman is the only thing wrong in his life. She has broken his spirit deep in his heart. Some have developed what appears to be a startling attitude about the black woman being out of order. They have started to accept her disagreeable behavior as a norm and cooperate with her ignorance because he does not think he has an alternative. So many black men have commenced to saying they want a black woman who is 1. Financially independent, 2. Her own person, 3. Can do things on her own and doesn't count on me for everything, 4. Who makes her own decisions, 5. Is a professional career woman, 6. Likes to have a good time without becoming attached. Now I gotta, the commentaries. I gotta stop at this point because realizing she was saying this in '89, and she was saying this is starting to us. That men were starting to accept this disagreeable behavior as the norm in '89. It is currently 2021, and the disagreeable behavior is the norm. It's been accepted, and fortunately, there's a group of men online. I don't know if they're going about it the right way, but the residual effect of doing that, accepting disagreeable behavior, has caused men to create their own society with agreed upon rules and bylaws, which always existed, but was never spoken on out loud. Or was it? Don't listen to me. I didn't grow up in the past. But yeah, it's just so interesting how that's when it started. But let's carry on. This is not what the black man really wants, but he sees no sense in swimming upstream against the apparent current if he wants to have a woman. It is obvious to him that the black woman wants a separate, independent life while claiming she wants peace and unity with the black man. It is impossible for those two aspirations to occupy the same space or be targeted at the same object at one time. One cannot have separation and unity simultaneously. I gotta sip my tea. God damn, she dropping gems this chapter. real black man does not want a woman who professes any of the 6 aforementioned ideals. In his heart, he does not want this in his woman, but he too is convinced that this is the only option if he wants to be with her, and has proven that he wants to be with her. On a closer examination of the 6 postures of the new breed black woman, it is found that 1. Financially independent, quotation mark, black women make a life. On closer examination of the 6 postures of the new breed black woman, it is found that financially independent black women make life easier on the black man because her wants and desires are so excessive, and times are so difficult for the black man to earn enough money to support a wife and family that he generally agrees that it is a good idea if she has her own money. He does not have enough for himself. He would much rather be the breadwinner in charge of the money, but if he has a woman who makes outrageous demands on his wallet, he can't compete. He knows she will never be satisfied with his provisions, and therefore gives up his rightful place as chief on financial and budget. 2. Her own person means she demands total control of her own decision-making processes. It is part of her hard-earned independence. Anything he tells her to do or any advice he renders comes under careful scrutiny. Many times the black woman will do the direct opposite of what the black man tells her to do just to prove to him that he can't boss her around. Repetitive rejection leaves him with no alternative but to stand back and let her be her own person. If her own person is a fool, he watches her flounder about. Damn. 3. Can do her own things and doesn't count on me for everything. This includes her happiness. Since the black woman has proven by her behavior and responses that the black man doesn't know what to do to make her happy, he has nearly given up the desire to do so. He is faced with the mental torment of knowing she rejects his ideas, but that her ideas are impossible for him to execute and fulfill. So it is best if she counts on her own self for her own happiness. She calls it freedom of choice. The black man calls it saving himself from endless hassles and debates, predictably ending with her having her way. 4. Who makes her own decisions? The black man consents to allowing the black woman to make her own decision. He has learned that if he persists in trying to convince her to follow his advice, he has to be prepared to argue it out for days, or he can physically force his woman to submit. Physical force is covered in another chapter. Shit, in 2021, your ass going to jail. But anyway, the black woman's loose and ruthless tongue eliminates the black man's alternatives. He cannot out-talk her unless she stops to listen. Therefore, he lets her have her way. A strange thing happens next. Every time the black woman wins an argument against the black man, she loses further confidence in his ability to handle her because she has acquiesced as weakness. Because she sees his acquiescence as weakness. Sorry about that. Let me read that again. Every time the black woman wins an argument against the black man, she loses further confidence in his ability to handle her. Because she sees his acquiescence as weakness. All every black woman really wants is for her black man to tell her what to do, make her do it, and take charge of the situation. The black woman involuntarily wants to be overpowered by the black man, albeit she screams like a banshee while he's doing it. Don't believe her. This is just another contradiction in her ever-changing behavior. She wants to be conquered, and whenever she is conquered, she is proudly bragging to her friends about the conquest. She wants to lose, but she pits her will against the will of the black man, and he gives in. She believes that if he can't handle her, then surely he can't handle other outside forces that come against her. She first of all wants to be protected against herself. Damn. 5. Is a professional career woman. Hold on, let me get a little sip of tea on that. She first of all wants to be protected from herself. Well, if I tweeted some of these quotes, I get suspended with the bigness. Alright. Is a professional career woman. This means she has some type of high class title and job in a big business company. She dresses in a certain way and talks the language of whatever her job represents. The so-called corporate world, if not a black company, the so-called corporate world, if it's not a black company, is the worst black place. Excuse me, God, got it. That was like a bacon. The so-called corporate world, if it's not a black company, is the worst place for a black woman to be because she exhibits the internal conflict of trying to live the impression she gives on her job and live in the real world that exists for her at home and outside the workplace. She, in making a few dollars more than her often routine job holding counterparts, black men, is geared to compete. Sometimes the competition is so aggressive, she calls it assertive, that the black man experienced the antagonism of being defeated by black women in front of the white man. Her independence strained from her salary and circle of friends allows the black man the relaxation of not having to worry about her needs. She's on the same track as he, so he relieves himself of the challenge since by the measure she uses she is equal. So this is just another situation which permits him to defer dealing with her personal problems due to her insistence on occupational and after-work equality. He knows she will not let him infringe upon her polluting work decisions, nor the one she makes at home. So other than sex, he has no responsibility for her. It's simpler, and she knows it. So basically, when y'all say y'all don't need a man, it's because y'all feel like y'all can beat a man. That's what she just said. Number 6. Likes to have a good time without becoming attached. She's about to get in y'all ass. Likes to have a good time without becoming attached. Is prided by some black men because it too lets him deal any kind of way he chooses, but avoid the responsibility of dealing with the fallout of the after effects. Black women allegedly have become more careful in their sexual involvement because of AIDS and herpes scare. Oh, excuse me, guys. But this kind of sexual election only applies if it is a man she is not that fond of. If it is a man she likes and wants to see more of, she still gives up the sex and accepts the one night stand. Sometimes she does this because she too does not want to make a commitment or have to contend with anything else the black man has other than his body. Her total statement gets reduced to what she transmits in bed. And after that, she may have no further use of him. Partying, going out, and sex are the only things a black man and a black woman can have if they do not commit to each other and try to build long-lasting relationships. The black man, who knows full and well these days that the black woman is filled to the brim with personal problems, doesn't always feel like going through all the changes required of him to tame the black woman. So they both agree to just participate in what they consider the good parts of a relationship and dismiss the other parts as just the way to bust out a groove. To bust a groove. Dang, that's old school. When the last time you heard somebody say bust a groove? Anyways, these few surface points are made to demonstrate that the black man is in charge of the black woman anyway. It's examined because it is he who opens up the channels by his permission to allow her to do the things she does. This is a mistake because a man can rise no higher than his woman. The women in any civilization are indicative of the condition of the man. The black woman is only reflective of the black man's failure to do his job, which is to take charge of his woman. So if the black woman is trouble, so is he. No matter how he sciences it up, that he doesn't have anything to do with it, or that she won't give him permission to execute his will, she has lost her memory and she does not remember how to agree. So, that being said, that is the close of chapter 4, the marriage, the beginning. After that will be chapter 5, social integration, dating and marrying the white man. This chapter, let's see. That chapter not long, so I think I'm about to knock out a couple of these because I've been slacking. I ain't been slacking, but I've been working on my other job, and this is like a hobby because y'all ain't paying me for this shit. But it's also because I think everybody needs to hear this. But anyway. That being said, we're gonna close this thing out. Appreciate y'all for listening. Donations if you need. ColeLogic, BookShare. Black Man's Guide to Understanding the Blackwoman. Shout out to the Queen Shahrazad Ali. If you're on the YouTube, which you probably are, she just did an interview on King Simon's platform. I don't really listen to King Simon's platform, but pretty sure it has. He's in close conjunction with the nation, from what I seen last night. But so is Shahrazad Ali. That being said, I have the link in the description where you can purchase her book off Amazon. But on that interview, she said she's also on eBay too because Amazon be tripping. Which I can attest to because I ordered this book one time and it didn't come in the mail even though it said it was delivered. So I had to email her to send me another one. She did it, which is why I got the signed copy. What did it say? Okay, Justin, stay strong. Peace. S. Ali, 1120. One day I hope I can get on the podcast, but it's gonna do what it do. I'm gonna slow this down for you too. Actually, you don't go super slow. Whoa. I'm just talking to get it to the 40 minutes, but we out of here.